Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and I've now edited a couple videos where I've been doing like 10-minute clips of each because I don't want the sound to die. And it works, but the two that I've edited so far, there's like one of the videos that doesn't sound quite the same as the others, and I have no idea why it's so, like why there's even a little bit of a difference between the two. So I'm going to try to record this straight through like I normally do, and I will occasionally be doing the check to obs to see at least if the audio is bouncing up and down. That doesn't mean that the mic just cuts out or not, but you know, well, I'll try to. I just want to do this straight through. I don't want to take a break if possible, because it also throws my train of thought off when I was doing it. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of rocks work. In fact, if I go to my little cheat sheet here or notes section or whatever you want to call it, before RC3, there's stuff in here, but really the only ones that have any like feature thing are create mocks, which I'm not going to, or makes. I'm not going to do that right now, but I will. And then this. Okay. Those are really the only two that require like real code change. The other ones are minor. And I moved the span pointer thing out till after RC3 because I can't do it now anyway in Rock. So that would actually be like an addition on top of what I currently can do. All right. So what I'm intending to do, at least for a video or two, is this one, and then maybe do some videos on the makes, but I'm going to do the ref out ones. And if I go back up here, which one was it? Was it this one? No, it's an idea. I don't want to talk about that one right now. Actually, I mentioned that I think on, what is the date today? It is the 5th, so the 19th, I'm going to do like a live coding session on that idea, and then, you know, post it and see how that goes. Because again, I do all this where I'm just editing them as I'm recording them, but I want to try actually doing it live and see how that goes. That could be a complete and total disaster. But you never know. You'll never know until you actually, you know, crash and burn, so to speak. I've got something either on my glasses. Oh my God, my glasses are really, they're awfully dirty. Holy cow. That's just terrible. That's just awful. That's a little better. Okay. So as I went through this and I thought about how am I going to do this, I actually got to a point where I'm like, it's not going to be this easy, is it? And we're going to find out. But I think what I came down to a point is the first thing I need to do is create delegates, that match the method signature. In other words, it has the return value and the arguments the same. Okay. And then because all the endorments, their T callback generic parameter are of type delegate, then I should just be able to pass that in to the callback if I want to, and it will just work. Okay. This doesn't affect the return value at all either. And then the method extensions, if you pass in for an out value, that really doesn't make any sense. Okay. You really can't, you're expecting the argument to be called with a certain value, but with outs, the method invocation itself has to initialize and do things to it. You know, frankly, I don't like refs or outs in either way. You know, I think if C# had tuples out of the gate, which was really to support multiple return values, we would have never had outs. I don't think that would have came up. Ref values, maybe, but even then, I'm not entirely sure. Definitely outs. I've used a ref in rocks for the member identifier as I'm going through to create the member identifier. I'm even starting to wonder if that's the right way to do it. Is that even necessary to pass it by ref? But in any event, I do want to support this because I technically support it now. But the thing I realize is that if I think I do this with just these little changes, I didn't finish what the changes were. So when I create all the extension methods, if a parameter is an out, no matter what you pass in for an arg, I'm just going to make it an arg any type. It doesn't matter. I have to provide a value there because I want it to match the signature of what you're giving. I can't make it an out because then you'd actually be saying the internal method is going to create an arg to validate what, So I basically said, pass in an arg any, and I'm going to make it an arg any no matter what you give me. I don't care. I'm going to make it this because it doesn't matter what you think it should be. Okay. And then the method dormants, I just passed in that delegate type that I just created up here as a T callback. And I'm like, that's it? Is that really going to be it? Well, we're going to find out. The thing I thought with private static or local methods that are static methods now is that how you create the delegate method is up to you. I don't care, but you can, I think, we'll see, but I think you're going to be able to do something like this and then say, like for the ref argument here, where you're getting a ref, you're not going to be passing it in as ref of 3. Okay. This will translate to an arg is or whatever. But the callback here is going to call this. Okay. Now, the one thing I'm looking at this is saying, well, wait a minute. What happens if you pass in a ref of 3 here? Like, could I make this actually get a ref of 3? But that's not going to work because, again, that's a ref of an arg value. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Okay. So I think, the best you can do for ref arguments is validate that they are a certain value coming in. And then in the actual mock method, what it will do is it will call this. And yeah, that's one thing I just realized is, well, no, because it's just going to cast it as that type. And then, yeah, I got to write that down. I got to make sure. Verify how the cast will work in the mock methods. Okay. So if I cast it as something, I also have to make sure the ref out parameter is passed correctly. Okay. Because I might cast it as a delegate I just made, and then I need to have in parentheses like A, B, and then ref C, and make sure that that's still coming through by reference to the callback, the delegate that you have. Okay. Yep. Well, still recording. All right. So let's do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is generate all the delegates necessary for the method extensions. I already have, by the way, forgot to mention this. I already have this in place where the mock will actually create the parameter correctly. I don't think, though, that it's doing anything else correctly. So I don't have any integration tests that are actually doing refs and outs just yet. I got to do the rest of this. So generate all the delegates necessary for the method extensions method on the mock type. So I believe where we want to go is in the builders. And in the builders, we're going to have method expectation. Yeah, hold on. I got to think here for a second because method expectations extension builder, that's actually going to create the methods thing. I believe. Internal static class, and then the method builders. Those are the method expectations. Explicit method. Yeah, I got to go up a level. I think I need to do the extensions, mock extensions builder. Yeah, because this is going to create the internal static class expectations of this extensions. And that's also going to contain the mock. So that is definitely where we want to have the delegates. Okay. So what I need to do is, while I'm going through all of the methods, I just thought of explicit implementations, because we don't need to create a delegate for, if I had like 3 interfaces that all had the same method, and then I have an interface that's inheriting up for all 3, and now I'm going to implement them explicitly. I don't care about that. I just will generate 1 for all of them. And it will be named as whatever it is. So I have to make sure that I'm only doing this for 1. Now, that's just generating the methods thing, and that's just generating the explicit methods thing. Okay. But I do want, at this level, the delegates. See, everything is simple until you get into it, and then it's not so simple because it's work, and work is hard. So now we need to say here, build delegates, because it's just as simple as that. Writer information. Okay. So we're going to say private static void build delegates writer info. You gotta type them, you dummy. Oh my God. It is a Saturday and I have no brain. I have no brain. There we go. Okay. So the intent is I want to just do this for all the methods. So for the methods that require a delegate, in other words, only the methods that have refs or outs. Okay. So I want to get a list of all methods. Var methods is equal to information methods where, here's the big one. So where value parameters dot any no, not this, no, not that. Ref kind equals ref kind. Ian is ref read only, and I think I need to be a little aware of that. Ref kind dot in is a ref read only, and I probably need to handle that as well. We're just going to do the refs and outs first, because if I have to add in, it should be really simple. Although it's funny because they have an in here indicates an in parameter. Ref and a ref read only indicates a ref read only return type. No, ref. Yeah, I'm mixing things, but I'm not. We'll just do this. Anyway, ref or that ref kind equals ref kind dot out. Do you have any of those? Okay, so that's going to pick when the method has any refs or routes. Okay. Now, I think what I want to do is a group by, and I am not the greatest at the link, because I know I have a group by somewhere in my current project. Yeah, it's with all these where I'm trying to like do by group by value containing type. Okay. So the reason I want to do that is value what? Oh, that was containing type, right? And then that gets you the groups and the methods. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to group them by their containing type. And so for all of the groups, there's going to be at least one, but I don't care about the others because, again, I only need to make it for the first one in there. And I'm just going to do this to kind of just, well, sort of. Yeah, that would be really stupid because what happens if I have three of them that are different names on the same type? Yeah, we don't want to do that. We could we could do this for, yeah. Might not be the most efficient thing in the world, but it will work. And requires expression equals no. Okay. And then we're going to say this is an IEnumerable of method mockable result. Static void build delegates for an I enumerable of, well, we want the generic method mockable result. Methods. Okay. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to say build. Well, of course you're going to have to pass all this. You're going to have to pass in the writer, you dummy. Now we want to say build delegates where we're passing in the writer and the methods. Okay. And then we'll do that first. Okay, so to build a delegate, we're going to need, we don't select value. I believe we're not going to care about method symbol. Yeah. Because we don't care about like what anything else is. Okay, so what do we need? We need the return type, we need the name, and we need the parameters. And I can probably pull some of this from where I'm doing it here. So we're going to have the method, because that's actually, so we can say for each var method in methods. Okay, and then we're going to say here, for our return type is method, return type get name. The parameter descriptions, the methods, yeah, I was doing this a couple different places. Method description, I do want the method signature. So the method signature is doing method parameters here. And do I care about optionals? I don't know. I don't know. Why would you have an optional ref parameter or an optional out parameter? Can you even do that? I don't know. I don't know, Jason. Can you do that? Can you actually say here, like I have a ref int of a, which is defaulted to 3? No. And as soon as I did it, I realized why you can't do that. And I did the same thing for here. Or maybe not. Yeah. The reason is because why would you be passing something in by ref if you get a default value? If you give it a default value, then the thing coming in won't be that, and yeah, it wouldn't work. So that's pretty. And if you have a default value for that, yeah. So we don't have to care about that, which is really good. So anyway, coming back to this, we get the signature, which has the method parameters. Okay, so we'll just grab this for now. Okay, and then we'll come back over here, and we'll say, we do not care about the default value. We do care about the direction, and we can just pull that out of here. Okay. Do we care about attributes? I'll keep it in for now. I don't really think it matters. But you never know. You never know. Are we recording? Are we recording? I still see it bouncing. Good. Okay, so that gets us that. And then the method signature, we don't care about an explicit type name. Right? So that goes away. The return type is that, except we need to look like this. Public delegate. And can you declare them as stat? Yeah, you could, right? Public, static, pubic. Oh, I am such a child. I didn't mean to do that, but it's what happens, right? Can you actually do this? Is that even a allowed thing? Like, what is a static delegate? Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, so it just has to be delegate. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So what we really needed to say is public. I did it again. Delegates. Oh, it's I can't even say it's late or I'm tired because, it's, yeah, we're going to use it in a second, buddy. Just hold on. Public delegate, void. And then the method name is a little different. We need us to say method name callback any generic. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need the generic arguments because it's possible. Callback. Yeah, so how did we get... Oh, does it come with... That's right, it comes with name. Oh, son of a biscuit. This is the thing with the stuff. Because what this is going to do is just give you the name of the method. It was foo, and as generics, it's going to have foo, and then the bracket or brace, or not brace, whatever, the greater than, less than sign. And then put in the generics. I need to sneak in between the two there an extended name. So this is, am I starting to get into string extended name is equal to self.name extended name generics. Extended name equals callback. I feel kind of gross, but it's don't do the job. Okay, so that will get me that, and we're passing in all the parameters except we need to put a semicolon there. Okay, and then we're going to say writer.writeLine method signature. And it's just that simple, right? I think so. Because we'd be putting in the method expectations. Do we want to build the delegates before this? I think so. I think we'd want to. Okay. And I don't think it really matters, but okay. And then the method get name extended name callback. That's fine. We would just be able to generate that at any time, except we would want it to have no generics when we would cast it. No, we would, because if we cast it as something that has open generics, we have to follow those open generics everywhere. But that's okay. I think that would be fine. Okay, so this will give me all of the methods. Except now we need explicit methods. Methods where we have that and it requires explicit implementation. Okay. Except where we need to go, it's not there. Not there. Yeah. We need to say for each. Well, we're going to say group by. Yeah. Except we can't group by there. We have to group by there, I believe. Except now you're going to be like, yeah, you don't like that because it's a group by is going to give us the name type symbol and that. Okay, so you can just suck it. Do this. Static. Void. Build. Delegate. Indented. Text writer. I method. Symbol. Method. And I hope you see where I'm going with this. No, not that. Build. Delegate. Writer. Method. There. Because then in this case, what I can say here is I can group that, and then I can say for each var, and we'll call this explicit method groups. Or each var explicit method group in that. Okay. Now we're going to get we're going to get the names type symbol and a method mockable result. That's the key, and then the values are there. Okay, so we don't care about the key. All we care about is build delegate for the writer for explicit method group dot value to array. You know what? We can just say here first. It's as simple as that, because again, we don't care about all of them. We just want one of them because the signature is going to be exactly the same for all X of them. Okay. So that should work. And then we just build our delegates out that way. So you just say, here's a bunch of delegates, or you say, here is a delegate for them. We would not want to build them twice. That would be stupid. Okay. So, yeah, I think, okay, and then we do that up there. So that actually now should create a delegate. Let's just check quick and see what we can see. If I can do this, now what I should see here is 2 delegates being created, stubbed out, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And once this thing actually builds, and it's not so slow. Come on, you can do, oh my God, what? Just run. Run a test. Why are you so freaking slow? Maybe it's dropped the audio by this point already. I don't know. Okay, so let's do this, grab this, copy value, come here, do this, that, H, that. Okay. And there you go. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Delegates were called a ref argument callback and a out argument callback. That is so nice. That is nice. You know, that is nice. I'm going to make one quick thing here though, which, I want this to kind of tell me if it actually did create any, but that's going to be, it's just, it doesn't look as neat if you do this, but from a, neatness, I'm going to do here. I'm going to put, here, generate conversion, neatness of the code, space things out nicely. It's not to speed things up, just aesthetics. And I probably spelled that wrong, but I know what that means, aesthetics. Okay. But yeah, it did the right thing. It created the delegates. And then we would just need to say eventually at some point, like down here, this would not be an action event. This would be a ref argument callback. It would just be the name of the method, callback there. Okay. And then down here, this would be a ref argument callback, and this would be an out argument callback. And everything would just trickle down from that. So that is all the time for this episode, but I'm going to go off and make another one. Maybe I'll get a beer. I know it's a Saturday afternoon right now, but I'm feeling like a beer. That's bringing up, what was that, the Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh hearings. Matt Damon mocked that on Saturday Night Live. That was pretty funny. All right, so I'm going to go off and do another one. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments, questions below. See you in the next episode.